Hello Libra, welcome to your September 2018 Tarot and Astrology reading. Thank you for all your likes and subscriptions. If you haven't already subscribed, please do, and welcome to the Reading the Signs family. And, Eight of Cups has just popped out. Moving forward or physically moving. Leaving something behind. But it always means leaving behind something that's not working. So something that's not fulfilling anymore. It's sort of a releasing of resistance for me is what I'm seeing here with you guys. Now it's interesting because we are dealing with a lot of 12th house energy. The sun and the new moon on the 9th are both going to be in Virgo, which is your 12th house of subconscious. And it can be a time when if we run away from our feelings and we ignore our feelings in our subconscious, we can result to things such as worst case scenario, drugs or alcohol or mindless self-indulgence, a pattern of negative thinking. So go into this new moon, Libra, with a clear conscience, clear focus and clear ideas. No matter who's leaving you out in the cold, no matter who you're unsure of, there seems to be a degree of uncertainty for you, possibly regarding another air sign, an Aquarius, another Libra or a Gemini, possibly a fire sign, a Leo, Sagittarius or an Aries. But regardless of who this is, you need to be coming into this, I just noticed there you are, Justice. You need to be coming into this new moon with a clear focus. Now I do have a video on new moon manifestations, which you might be interested in. I'll link it below. But there's also going to be a full moon in Aries on the 25th. And that's significant for you because it rules partnerships and our relationships with people in our day-to-day life. And Justice was there, so it can be legal contracts. But really the focus is going on your relationship with other people. Venus has been in your sign, so you should have been having a bit more room to be selfish in your relationships, but also it's moving into Scorpio and it's going to be an extended stay there due to the retrograde coming in October. But to have it there is pretty interesting for your financial sector. So we'll see what comes up here for you, Libra. The Six of Cups. Interesting. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Okay. We've already got sort of a contradiction here of old relationships and new relationships. Eight of Swords, Seven of Wands, and the outcome is the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm sort of getting this as a choice, Libra. Let's see what's underneath. The Chariot. Okay. A choice emerges that you're going to have to make on your own. Nobody else can make this for you. And that's important to remember. The Chariot is all about being the driving force in your own life, not letting anyone else drive this car that you're in. So one thing I'm sort of picking up, Libra, is that barriers seem to be... I'm not sure if it's your problem or the other person that you're dealing with, or possibly even in the workplace. There's a defensive energy. It's almost like there's somebody that you want to have more open communication with, but with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Wands, it's like they shut it down. It may be talk of where their relationship is going or the progression, because with the Chariot, it's all about the journey. And the Eight of Cups came up at the beginning, so I am feeling a journey is being questioned, but you're not getting the answers from other people. It's like the communication's not right. Now, as I say, Mercury is moving into Virgo on the 6th of September, which is your 12th house. So really listening to your intuition is most important. And going with your gut is most important. Things may become more clear towards the end of September, beginning of October. Because I see this Ace of Cups as something developing within the month. Or at least within the moon cycle, between the new moon on the 7th and the full moon on the 25th. Something may be revealed. But I do feel it's something that somebody's been keeping to themselves for a reason. Now, it's a very revealing full moon when it's in Aries. It's a bit more aggressive. And for that to be your partnership sector means that things may take central focus for at least that week. But one thing that I'm sort of getting here is that if you're dealing with a water sign from the past. Possibly a Cancer. I feel like the decision is yours. I'm almost feeling like some of you are dealing with a person from the past and a person from the present, or someone you're about to meet, because the Ace of Cups can very much be somebody new coming in. The Six of Cups is more to do with nostalgia and people from the past re-emerging, which may have happened with the retrograde periods. They've brought a lot of people back for everyone, particularly that Mars in Aquarius retrograde. Now Mars is going to be moving back into Aquarius. It retrograded back into Capricorn, but then it'll move forward into Aquarius. Maybe you were romantically affected by this. Maybe people did come back. And I think this is you having to make a choice between two people. Now, the Two of Pentacles is a very comfortable card for a Libra person to get, because it's about balancing things. And one thing I want to say is this doesn't have to be between two people. It can be a choice in what route to take with your partner. Maybe you both want to go different ways with something. Maybe you have different timing. Interesting. You, Libra, you might have to tell something to someone they don't want to hear. And I'm thinking for those of you that are dealing with a work situation, it could be to do with that. Some of you might be a boss and you might have to fire somebody because they're not putting in their side of the job. It could be like a legal situation whereby one person is fighting their case, you're fighting your case, and it's to do with work. So it could be someone that was fired. But for those of you that are dealing with a relationship, I see this as a very strong disagreement on the next path to go down. It's like it's very much like you're putting forward a suggestion, or you want something that the other person doesn't want. And especially if you're dealing with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, it's like there seems to be a direction to take that neither of you can agree on, is one thing that I'm getting. And I think this Page of Wands right here, this could represent the full moon in Aries, because maybe the full moon is alerting you to something in your partnerships whereby you're not agreeing on the fundamental structure. It could actually be in terms of your backgrounds could be very different, because the Tower is sort of representative of something built on a shaky foundation. It could just be the underlying dynamic of the relationship could be getting a bit of a shake-up, and there needs to be more communication on where you're both going in terms of work and whether this comes into play with your relationship. But I do see this as, because the Tower came up for Aquarius too, and there was a need not to sabotage things that just need a bit of tweaking, right? Because the Seven of Wands is the challenge position, which just means somebody's defensive to me. Like the Eight of Swords in the positive position, albeit not really a positive card, to me this just suggests that the fears are more illusionary and possibly based on a misunderstanding. Now, this is very similar to Aquarius reading. But I'm seeing this as a possibility to, like, someone's not listening to somebody else. Someone's trying to be rational and thoughtful about this, and the other person's rejecting it and throwing rocks in their path, like throwing rocks, obstacles where there need be none. Do you know what I mean? I feel like one person's trying to be the voice of reason and the other person's just making things difficult, or they're not communicating so well. Now, this could be you, it could be the other person. Always read it that way. I'm going to draw one more clarifying card. I know I've got a few for the outcome, but I'm sort of curious. I'm going to draw for the Six of Cups, actually. I want to clarify the Six of Cups and see what's going on here. Oh, Four of Swords. And the Six of Pentacles. So some of you definitely saw the return of a soulmate with the Six of Cups and the Four of Swords. They were possibly making a lot of promises with the Six of Pentacles, like they were promising to give more. Maybe you were helping somebody out financially, maybe they were helping out you. Maybe you took a break from each other. What's this Eight of Swords here for? Oh, the Eight of Pentacles. Queen of Swords and the Ten of Cups just popped out as well. Okay, so that's good. Okay, Libra, don't worry about that. That's good. Ten of Cups means this is every potential to be happy. This is why I'm trying to see where the misunderstanding is. I think it looks to me like one person's putting in the thought, like one person's thinking clearly, and the other person's not. It's almost like one person is using the idea of a separation for leverage and, you know, like almost like threatening the other person possibly with leaving, bluffing quite a lot about leaving. Some of you are definitely dealing with another air sign. I want to put that out there. It could be a Gemini or an Aquarius, as I say, but she's coming up with the Ten of Cups. Now, this came up for Scorpios as well, Libra, which is interesting. The Queen of Swords in this position, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio person. I'm just seeing the correlation between the other cards and the other readings, and I do feel like there's a strong link here, Libra, to Aquarius and Scorpio, but it could be all the signs, as I say. I just have to throw it out there because it is there for a reason. So if you're the one being the voice of reason and the other person's being difficult, the advice is just sort of just keep on going. Like, this is a rough patch, go through it. If you're entirely single, I do think you're maybe going to have to choose between a past person and a new person. And for some of you, actually, there's a need to release nostalgia, because you might not be seeing things as they were or remembering them as they were. Like, you're remembering them as better than they were, and you're maybe trying to reach out to a person that hurt you and maybe they haven't reached out back, and you're feeling frustrated and you're feeling like this tower moment. Really think about it. There's a call here to be the voice of reason. There's a call here to see things from the perspective of logic rather than the emotion, because I feel like one person is, as I say, throwing rocks in their path. Now, this could be you, it could be the other person, but somebody's making it difficult. And, you know, I think you're the one that has to be the voice of reason. I'm going to draw a Goddess Guidance card for this and see what's coming up. Give a bit of insight for Libra. Oh, no. Thought we had one. Got one. Be strong. You're stronger than you think you are, and strength assures a happy outcome. Let's see what else. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. Ooh, blossoming. I've not seen this one yet. You're just getting started, so have patience with yourself in the process and do not give up. Okay, so this is, and receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. Okay, so this is very much indicative to me that this is a rough patch for some of you, and you have to stay strong and balance up the good and the bad of this. I think some of you, with the Eight of Cups that came out in the beginning, I think some of you are thinking of walking away, and I think you're thinking about it very deeply, and you're trying to balance up the good and the bad of this relationship, and you feel like you're not getting the best from the other person. The reason you're not getting the best from the other person is because they are afraid of losing you. They're afraid of it being done permanently. I see the Six of Swords as someone that possibly disappears and shuts off romance from you, and you think it's because, you just find it very frustrating because you're trying to make this work and they seem to be running off and hiding. The reason they're doing that seems to be because they're afraid. Now, fear is something that's come up in a lot of the readings this month, I've noticed, but you can choose what to do with that. Really weigh up the pros and the cons of this relationship. And if you reach out to this person and nothing comes back, just let them go. If you are trying to make this work and it's just a rough patch, I think you can get through this, Libra. There seems to be a lot of obstacles, I'm getting that much. But I feel like there's a message comes through this month. I think it's with the moon in Aries, and it'll mean something different for everybody. But this Tower moment can be avoided, provided you know what the potential is with this person. As it says here, be strong. You're going to be okay. I feel like you're going to make the right decision. But it's all about making sure that the other person gets you. Do you know what I mean? I do think some of you as well are going to have to choose between somebody old and somebody new. And I think one of them makes it kind of easy on you to choose, to be honest. I think one of them is not much of a giver. But the Tower card does mean, be wary, be wary of what it is that you are building upon, and make sure that you have the communication there. If it's someone that you fundamentally don't communicate with, that might not change in the long run, because communication is very important. But I feel like you'll do the right thing anyway, Libra. You're certainly the one in the control anyway, especially with the Chariot being there in the beginning. So hope you enjoyed that, Libra. If you want a private reading with me, you can contact me at the email listed below, and if not, I will see you in the mid-monthly readings, Libra. Bye.